that, can I have a motion, 10-minute public comment period, 2 minutes per speaker for public comment on any governmental issue that a member of the public feels may be concerned to the residents Township of Wykoff.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Does anybody from the public wish to address the Township Committee? Please come forward, your name and address. Seeing none, can we have a motion to close?
Motion to close the public comment section?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So, we have a couple of special things this evening. We have, Pee Wee football players, junior football players, but we also have, two important and special police officers here in Wykoff that would like to, recognize, and I know all the boys and here with us appreciate the work of our police department. Some of you may have gone to the Junior Police Academy last summer, but it's these police officers that we have to thank. They keep us safe, they watch over us, so it's kind of nice that all you football players are here. And with that, I'm going to read a letter. We have two officers, Michael Teagan and Michael Scalise. I'm going to read the letter from the Township Committee to Officer Michael Teagan, and then Mr. Booth will read the letter to Officer Michael Scalise. Dear Officer Michael Teagan, the Wykoff Township Committee commends you for your exemplary service on Thursday, October 17th, 2019. At approximately 13:35 hours, Officer Michael Teagan and Officer Michael Scalise were conducting a prisoner transfer when they were flagged down by a civilian reporting a motor vehicle accident with a possible unresponsive driver. Officer Michael Teagan exited the patrol vehicle to observe the driver, while Officer Scalise remained in the patrol vehicle and maintained prisoner contact. Officer Teagan assessed the driver and determined that he was not breathing and initiated CPR with AED shocks, while Officer Scalise radioed communications and provided their exact location on Route 495 and requested additional patrols and EMS assistance. Additional units arrived on the scene and took over patient care. Once care was transferred, both Officer Teagan and Officer Scalise continued their transfer to Bergen County Jail. Officer Teagan, you are to be commended for your actions during this event. You acted professionally and used your training and experience to administer medical care, communicate effectively with local first responders, and maintain constant prisoner control. You exemplified the highest police standards and conduct that truly defines the Wykoff Police Department's mission. Job well done. Thank you for your dedication and courage. It's signed from members of the Township Committee. So let's give a round of applause. And before we bring Officer Teagan up, I'm going to ask Committeeman Boonster to read the letter to Officer Michael Scalise, then we'll bring them both up.
This address, Dear Officer Michael Scalise. The Wykoff Township Committee commends you for your exemplary service on Thursday, October 17, 2019. At approximately 13:35 hours, Officer Michael Teagan and Officer Michael Scalise were conducting a prisoner transfer when they were flagged down by a civilian reporting a motor vehicle accident with a possible unresponsive driver. Officer Michael Teagan exited the patrol vehicle to observe the driver, while Officer Scalise remained in the patrol vehicle and can maintain prisoner control. Officer Teagan assessed the driver and determined that he was not breathing and initiated CPR with AED shocks, while Officer Scalise radioed communications and provided their exact location on Interstate Route 95 and requested additional patrol and EMS assistance. Additional units arrived on the scene and took over patient care. Once care was transferred, both Officer Teagan and Scalise continued their transport to Bergen County Jail. Officer Scalise, you are commended for your actions during this event. You acted professionally and used your training and experience to administer medical care, communicate effectively with local first responders, and maintain constant prisoner control. You exemplified the highest police standards and conduct that truly defines the Wykoff Police Department's mission. Job well done. Thank you for your dedication and courage. And it's also signed by Mayor Thomas Madigan with the other Township Committee members there. all accounts, their actions saved this person's life. Am I correct on that? And on a personal note, I was a member, along with then Mayor Rooney, who was with us tonight, Assemblyman Rooney. We were the police committee who were instrumental in hiring these two fine officers. So I'm proud that you all have done such a good job, and Kevin and I got the right call on that one. So thanks, guys, very much. Thanks very much.
The recorder's on. Everything's good. Congratulations.
You might have hired him, but where's the letter? Thank you. I'm gonna ask Chief Murphy to say something, and then we're gonna introduce both Assemblyman Rooney and Assemblyman Phillips. Chief, can you say something, please?
Want the
Put the mic here for you.
I've got a microphone. Thank you. I'll keep it short because I know you guys had a big night. So basically, these two officers went above and beyond their normal course of duty. And the one nice thing about our job is we never know where we're going to be each day. We never know what tools we're going to use, what training we have, what we need to use. You know, we never know. Every day is something different. It's not like we go in our office and we move, paperwork from one side of the desk to another side of the desk. We go in and we go out. That's the nice part about it. These two officers in the middle of coming by the Lincoln Tunnel, 495, everybody knows what that's like. Trying to now get an auto accident. You check on a driver, and lo and behold, that driver's, unresponsive, not breathing. Officer Teagan, little side fact on Officer Teagan, he's been an EMT for several years. He's actually one of our CPR instructors. So if you're going to drop, that's the guy you want. That's the kind of guy you want next to you, standing by your side. And he did what his job was, and he took those actions by himself and started CPR. We carried defibrillators, he started doing that. Officer Scalise, same thing. Couldn't just leave the prisoner in the car. We've all seen the movies where the car drives away with the prisoner. We can't have that. That's more paperwork for us. He did what he did. He did the right thing. He stayed with the prisoner, got communications to get us help. For us, 495 is not our area, so trying to figure out a landmark, trying to figure out, road mileage markers, things like that, and he got the help there quickly. He did an excellent job as well. So these two should be commended for what they do. They stepped up above and beyond their normal course of duty. And for that, I can't thank them enough. They exemplify everything our department stands for, everything the township supports. It goes without saying, right? At the end of the day, they did their job, and everybody went home safe. So for that, thank you to the two officers. Congratulations to you both. Thank you to the township for this service tonight to recognize these officers. And on to the Pee Wee stuff. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to ask Assemblyman Kevin Rooney and Assemblyman Krista Phillips, District 40 Assembly. They both live here in Wyckoff. Both are former township committeemen, both are former mayors. So I know there's a special occasion for them as well. So with that, Assemblyman Rooney and Mr. Phillips.
A lot of formers there.
Yes.
So, as Committeeman Boonstra commented earlier, that I was lucky enough to be part of the hiring practice of these two individuals, as well as many others in this room. And I can say that Wyckoff has gotten it right each and every time. That's true. We've never made a mistake with our officers. They go beyond their regular line of duty each and every day, protecting each and every one of you in this room, residents that travel through our community, and the businesses. Some are friends and neighbors. He's a neighbor of mine. Others are both friends. So I'm fortunate enough to have my wife in the room, who's captain of the Wyckoff Ambulance Corps, and she knows what it takes to save a life, and she knows how hard these two individuals work to save that 74-year-old's life that day. They stopped, they did what it took to make a difference. And you guys in this room, each one of you that plays football, remember, as you get older, remember what you're witnessing here tonight. These two individuals stopped to help save a life. And there's nothing more valuable than doing that, to bringing someone back so that person can enjoy the rest of their lives with their loved ones, their grandchildren in many cases, their own children. So we all need to be very proud of what these two accomplished that night. Before I take the whole evening, I'm going to open it up to my colleagues here.
So what do you guys think of these heroes? They're heroes, right? They are heroes, public servants, and they're going to be there for all of you someday. Hopefully not tonight. Someone drops, Haley's in the back, and, you guys too.
And Dave started that, so.
But we have the best of the best in blue in Wyckoff. We've always had that, and we always will. So standing ovation, guys, for these heroes.
Come on, get up. So we're not going to read our proclamations, since we heard a little bit about your experience that night. But what we do have tonight is a joint Senate and Assembly proclamation from Senator Corrado, Krista Phillips, and myself honoring what you did that night. And this becomes a permanent record before 9 million residents of the state of New Jersey, and will hang down the State House. So we have a copy for each one of you. Chris, you can have one, too. Mike, congratulations on a job well done. You guys in the middle, I'll get on the bookend over here. Chris, you got the right side. Height-wise. Where's Soto? Gave up the job?
Okay.
All right, take the picture. It's not official. The box is- You guys want to say it? You don't want to say it?
Mike, thank you. Mike said
Very nice.
back to work. Mike, thanks, sir.
Okay, this is the part that's the fun part. We're going to recognize our football players. And just so everyone knows, when you go home, you go to school tomorrow, and they ask you what you do in the Township Committee, just don't say they pose for photos. It's one of the important things we do. But we also make sure the roads are clear, the garbage is picked up, we keep the taxes low. So with that, we're going to have the junior football team, and I'm going to ask Mr. Shanley to do the presentation and proclamation of the Wyckoff junior football team for winning their Super Bowl championship.
Liam, please put that Super Bowl champion trophy on the dais. That'd be great. Thank you, Liam. It is my tremendous honor to read the proclamation that is going to be given to each one of you. Whereas the 2019 Wyckoff Raider Junior Football Team is the 2019 Northern Bergen Junior Football League Super Bowl champion by virtue of its victory over previously undefeated Northern Highlands, 26-19, on November 17th, 2019, at Paramus High School in Paramus, New Jersey. And whereas after completing a 7-0 regular season and prior to the Super Bowl, the junior football team defeated Montville on November 3rd, 2019 by a score of 27-7 in the first round of the playoffs in convincing fashion at Continental Soldier Field in Mahwah, and then defeated Totowa in the semifinal game at Ramapo High School by a score of 28-0 on November 10th, 2019. And whereas this exceptional group of players and coaches completed their season with an overall record of 10 wins and 0 losses and ended the season ranked number 1 in the final NBJFL rankings. The team dominated its competition all season, outscoring its opponents 247-63 on the year. And whereas the Wyckoff Raider junior football team benefited greatly from the dedication, commitment, and leadership of head coach Tim Murtha and assistant coaches Anthony Frisco, Jason Stevens, Chris Della Pietra, Ryan Keeley, Jack Coughlin, Mike Leonard, and Mike Fox. And whereas the Wyckoff Raider junior football team would not have been as successful as they were this season without the constant energy and support of the Wyckoff junior cheerleaders, their enthusiastic and exuberant cheering during the games and at halftime gave the team the extra boost they needed to defeat their opponents each and every week of the season. And whereas a special group of boys, Peter Amario, Mason Brain, Austin Cahill, William Carreri, Jake Sesersha, Ryan Conlon, Julia DeMasi, Griffin DeMasi, Braddock DeMasi, Brady Fox, Gabriel Galasso, Luke Gerba, Pete Hartfeld, Liam Hayward, Tyler Hayward, Brody Ismail, Harrison Carney, Finn Kerwin, Shane LaDuca, Scott Larson, Finn McCarthy, Charlie Messinio, Robert Phillips, Matthew Shanley, Tyler Sorafine, Ryan Sposa, Carson Stremsky, Marcello Thierry, Louis Trabosky, Michael Visco, Hudson Villarreal, Alec Wass, Luke Wyatruck, and Itai Young achieved these extraordinary feats due to their commitment to unselfish team play, tireless work ethic, outstanding football skills, and their overall commitment to the game of football. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the Township Committee of the Township of Wyckoff, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, that the 2019 Wyckoff Raider Junior Football Team, their head coach Tim Murtha, and his staff are hereby extending congratulations on behalf of our entire committee for their significant success that they have achieved, and our thanks for serving as a positive role model for the young athletes of our community, and for illustrating the rewards which can be achieved through commitment and diligence in the pursuit of excellence. Congratulations, boys. I know the juniors are going to go into the ladder back room after this, where they're going to have their end of the year, where they're going to get their trophies from their coach. And I do want to congratulate Tim Murtha on a tremendous season, and for and I also want to congratulate Tim for being the top vote getter and being reelected to the Board of Education. But it's a tremendous season. I know we asked you, the rec board and the township committee, to take over that team, and you put together a great staff of coaches that helped you, and they did a fantastic job with these boys. So thank you.
I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to ask the boys and the coaches to come forward. We'll give you your certificate. We'll take a photo. We'll have comments from the coach. I know you have another activity, but I would ask that the juniors stay in the room. We're gonna do the same thing for the peewees. We'll take a picture for them. And then it'd be kinda nice if we could take a picture of both of you guys, both teams here with everybody, because it's very, very unusual. So if you bear with us a couple extra minutes, we'd appreciate it if you could do that. With that, if you come on forward, the players and the coaches. Let's figure out how we're gonna fit everybody. Coach, did you want to say something? The mic's right here. Okay, well, you might. By the way, Coach, this is being recorded, you do need a mic. I'm sorry. We'll figure that out. We just switched a couple of months ago, so you do need a mic.
Yeah, it's a public meeting, that's why.
Okay. I'm not good with the mic. I'm better, I'm a teacher, but I'm not good with the mic.
Gotcha.
This on? Just real quick, okay. The boys worked really hard this year. I mean, I said to them at the beginning of the year, we have the ability to win a championship with the talent that we had, right? And they worked, and they earned it. They worked really hard, and our coaches, Anthony and Ryan and Jason and Mike and Jack, who's not here, they did a great job with these kids. They worked hard, and, it was a great team effort, and I was really proud. We were all very proud of how hard they worked. And to go undefeated in a town, with 18 teams in the league, to go 10-0 against the talent we played, that's pretty impressive. Doesn't happen too often. So, congratulations, you guys, for hard work.
And again, we recognize the players, well-deserved, but the coaches, all of you would make Wyckoff so special. You volunteer, you help out. It's not only your sons, it's the other boys. You're doing things for the betterment, to help them learn sportsmanship, discipline, and esprit de corps with their fellows. So, to all the coaches on the junior and the Pee Wee team, thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. And before we do the Pee Wees, don't forget the football moms, because they're the best, right, guys? Your moms? All right, with that, I'm going to ask committee woman Melissa Rubenstein to tell us about the Pee Wees.
All right, I'm going to read your proclamation, but first, thank you guys so much, not only for an amazing season, but we know Wyckoff is the best town in Bergen County, and now everybody else does as well. So thank you for spreading that around.
Just be careful, be careful, be careful. There you go, guys. Nice job, nice job.
Good job, guys.
Good job.
Teamwork.
There we go.
Teamwork.
Yep, turn it around. There, perfect. Well done.
Nice job, boys. Wow.
Okay, and whereas the 2019 Wyckoff Raider Pee Wee football team is the 2019 Northern Bergen Junior Football League Super Bowl champion by virtue of its victory over Fairlawn, 13-6 on November 17, 2019 at Paramus High School in Paramus, New Jersey. And whereas after completing a 7-0 regular season and prior to the Super Bowl, the Pee Wee football team defeated Montville on November 3, 2019 by a score of 14-13 in the first round of the playoffs in dramatic come-from-behind fashion in the waning seconds of the game at Ramapo High School, and then defeated Mawa in the semifinal game at Ramapo High School by a score of 14-7 on November 10, 2019. And whereas this exceptional group of players and coaches completed their season with an overall record of 10 wins and 0 losses, and ended the season ranked number 1 in the final NBJFL rankings. The team displayed a never-give-up attitude and always believed they could win, coming from behind in 5 of its 10 victories, including the Super Bowl. And whereas the Wyckoff Raider football teams benefited greatly from the dedication, commitment, and leadership of head coach Eric Knight and assistant coaches Daryl Bagnuolo, Doug Mackey, John Giavacco, Kevin Amerio, Steve Petrevsky, Ray Renshaw, Peter Shaw, and Anthony Bagnuolo. And whereas the Wyckoff Raider junior football team would not have been as successful as they were this season without the constant energy and support from the Wyckoff junior cheerleaders, their enthusiastic and exuberant cheering during the games and at halftime gave the team the extra boost they needed to defeat their opponents each and every week of the season. And whereas a special group of boys, Michael Andrews, Jameson Arbuco, Brandon Bianchini, William Boothby, James Boothby, Ethan Brantley, Eric Brower, Jude Sasersha, Albert Costello, David Custer, Daniel Del Valle, Christopher DeMarco, Asher Drapkin, Ryan Dressler, Jake Feiner, Hudson Fox, Joseph Francisca, Luca Briscoe, Thomas Giavacco, Michael Gerba, Mason Hartveld, Alex Hernandez, Dylan Kahn, Austin Keeley, Luke Majerko, Dylan Mapes, Sam Merce, Luke Murray, Michael Penne, Nico Pisano, Michael Petrella, Cole Petrevsky, Grayson Polizzi, Maxwell Renshaw, LJ Russo, Peter Santos, Braden Schiller, Teddy Shaw, Joseph Sulakis, David Stajkovsky, Jeffrey Sutley Jr., Alex Thomas, Jonathan Trabowski, Christopher Wallach, Matthew Williman, and Benjamin Yanowitz achieved these extraordinary feats due to their commitment to unselfish team play, tireless work ethic, outstanding football skills, and their overall commitment to the game of football. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the Township Committee of the Township of Wykoff, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, that the 2019 Wykoff Raider Pee Wee football team, their head coach Eric Knight and his staff are hereby extended congratulations on behalf of our entire community for the significant success that they have achieved, and thanks for serving as positive role models for the young athletes of our community and for illustrating the rewards which can be achieved through commitment and diligence in pursuing excellence. From all of us on the Township Committee.
Okay, boys and coaches, come on up. We'll give you your proclamations, then we'll do a photo, and then we'll get the juniors up. We're going to have Coach Eric Knight say something, please. Let's listen to the coach a minute.
And we'll make this real quick. First of all, I want to congratulate the juniors because I know 2 years ago where you guys were, where your heads were, where your heart was. I know you guys wanted to win that game. I know you guys wanted to go to the Super Bowl and win it, and it didn't happen. But the beautiful thing was, at least I hope that what happened was over the next 2 years, you guys went forth with the Pee Wee mantra, which is one goal, get better every day, right? What happens when you get better every day? You get better and you win Super Bowls. All right, so for the juniors, congratulations. Glad to see you guys are in the winner's circle. Thought you guys were going to get it 2 years ago, but love the fact you guys worked hard and got there. To the Pee-wees, hey, one goal better every day. We told you at the beginning of the season that's what you needed to do. That's what you did. We told you you'd be right there at the end of the season shooting for a Super Bowl victory, and it happened. You guys showed up every day. You worked your tails off, and this is what happens. To the third graders that are in the room, got a lot of big shoes to fill, right? So between now and next year, hey, the speech that I gave you guys when you lost was that success is a choice. And sometimes it doesn't show up on the time frame that you want it to show up. You got to go to work. You got to keep working. And when you do, good things happen. So third graders, look at the fourth graders this year as an example. Look at the sixth graders, the juniors that were in there. That's what you want to emulate. Those guys did a heck of a job. Congratulations to all of you. Let's make sure we do it again next year. Nice job.
Thank you.
Thanks. Once again, appreciate it. Thank you. And all the coaches, thank you very much.
Very nice.
Okay, we're going to have a 5-minute recess. For those that want to clear the room and go do what you have to do, 5-minute recess.
Hey, the Pee-wees are going to go over to the firehouse. We're going to have a quick ceremony at the firehouse. Juniors are going to go right here in the back room. Juniors, right here in the back room.
Get out of here, really, yes. It was our whole family and our farm up there, We still actually have part of the left at the end there. Yeah, a lot of years up there too, yeah, but that was we had two big guys. One was the white one over there. Your name is Scott Todd. Yeah, right at the top. Okay, about that. Yeah, there's still range, but I got it, okay. More work. It is, that's cool.
Yeah, just a few minutes after Tom started, it started kicking in and I got it. Yeah, like I said, it was just random.
You have it paused now?
I think we should open the window for a minute.
Well, I don't want to screw it up.
Yes, he is. Thank you very much.
It's okay, it's fine.
I thought it was on the way out. That was, quite an
Somewhere way up here.
I already knew that was Georgie. First email. I texted Georgie immediately.
That was nice.
Yeah, it was.
Very nice.
It was nice. I'm glad we did it.
Yeah, very nice. Congratulations. That was, oh, that's too bad. Well, that was very nice, Tom.
Well, even though these kids got computers here,
Oh, you know what they were doing.
I remember when I was in school.
I know. That's what I
Not much. How are you? Please excuse my almonds.
I know, he's yapping in the back.
Can you open a window or something?
Can I bang his gavel? Yeah, they open now. No, I think it'd be great. I'm starting to sweat.
Not in a suit jacket. I've actually.
There's two, Rudy.
Oh, nice. Joyce, here's the. You wanna hand this to me?
That's Finn, he could probably get.
Thank you.
How are you? Good. Someone 4 inches taller.
Oh, Harrison's there.
There was a lot of energy in the room.
There was.
Just wanted you to see I brought my environmental sense of bottle tonight.
And I, for the first time, have this plastic bottle.
Oh, I'm not gonna call you out without
I appreciate that.
Bob, you ready? You ready, Joyce?
Second floor, so I don't think they're allowed.
Tim, you ready?
Okay.
Everybody ready?
All right, hold on, Tom.
Shut it down.
Okay, we're back from recess. We're going to continue the meeting. Before we go to the review of the business meeting agenda for the administrator, I'd just like to make one statement, just to make sure that we have this on the record. At the conclusion of our 8 p.m. business action meeting tonight, this evening, the Township Committee will conduct 2 interviews with 2 of the 3 nominees for the Township Committee vacancy. The interviews will be an open session, and the public is invited. We will shift our meeting to the West Wing Conference Room, where we will have a large conference table of the Township Committee members to have a substantive interview in a manner consistent to all nominees, in an informal setting for all nominees. And again, the public is invited. All right, so more at the end of the meeting, but I just wanted to make sure that people are aware what the plans are. So with that, business meeting agenda, Bob, can you help us a little bit?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, thank you. The 8 p.m. agenda is the agenda that was posted last Wednesday on our website, November 27th. I would like to point out to your, bring to your attention that there is a award of a contract for biannual shade tree work. This competitive price is the lowest of 3 bidders. The township goes out to bid for this tree work twice a year. It's a little more work in terms of putting the bid spec together, but the prices that we obtain allow us to stretch our dollars. The agenda also includes a proclamation thanking Brian D. Scanlon for his service on the Township Committee. The agenda has 2 salary ordinances, which establish salaries for the PBA members and the Wyckoff Road employees. These are pre-scheduled, contracts exist, and these salaries are in place for the 2020 year. By adopting these in December, it gives the payroll control clerk the opportunity to move forward. Those are the items I'd like to point out to you. In addition to, you have the honor at the 8 p.m. agenda of presenting proclamation to the Ramapo girls soccer team for winning the Bergen County Championship and the state sectional championship. If there are any questions, I can try to answer them now.
I think so. Okay, we're ready for the attorney this evening? Going in no particular order, I'm just mindful.
No, I think there was a letter in the packet on 240 Demorest. I responded to the contract and asked for a couple of modifications to it, working on an interior block parking agreement and a few other things, but nothing else for the record tonight.
Okay, thank you. Township Committee reports. Tim, do you have anything to...
I just have a brief report. I went to the fire department's department-wide, fire department meeting last night. Doug Strike from Christian Healthcare Center presented the fire department with a check for $5,000, which was raised at the event that we went to, honoring all first responders in all the towns that they have a facility in. So it was nice to see that they gave back to the fire department a check of $5,000 last night. They also announced again that they are having the Taste of Wyckoff fundraiser in January 31st at the Y. They are selling 50/50 tickets for it, so they're using that as one of their biggest fundraisers of the year. So if you could buy some tickets, buy some 50/50 tickets, it will help our first responders at the fire department. And the zoning board met on the 3rd Thursday, and it was just routine business, nothing worthy of reporting, and that's the end of my report.
Melissa?
Sure, I'm also going to be brief tonight. I just wanted to congratulate the Environmental Commission on receiving their Sustainable Jersey Award. Thank you, Beth Fisher's here. Thank you for your contribution, receiving their silver level award down in Atlantic City at the League of Municipalities. So that was a great accomplishment both for the Environmental Commission and for Wyckoff. And also, Environmental Commission will be having their students present their projects on the 16th in the library, so I'll have details about that. So, congratulations.
Mr. Boonstra?
2 items. Yesterday we've all heard about the longest day. Well, I think yesterday was the longest day for our DPW. It started at 7 o'clock yesterday morning with the snow event with salting, and continued on into the evening with a late burst of snow starting at 10 p.m., which went till about 1 a.m., and they finally wound up, I stopped at the DPW garage at 4:30 this morning. I'm usually up early, and they were just coming back for the last time, so it was like a 22-hour day for our DPW workers, because the storm just kept coming and coming. So, but they got the job done, and that was a good job. A week ago Sunday, along with Tom and Melissa, I attended the interfaith service at the Advent Lutheran Church. It was really a very uplifting service. It was there were many faiths recognized, and it was really a great service. And hats off to the Clergy Association for organizing that.
I think it was the first of its kind in Wyckoff.
I think it was.
Yeah,
Well
so
done.
it was
Very well done.
It was a great service.
That's all I have, Tom.
No, it was a special event. Thanks for reminding me of that, and we appreciated the participation by Reverend Joseph of the Advent Church, Father Stephen from St. Elizabeth, Rabbi Benny from Beth Rishon. We also had Reverend Chris from the Abundant Life, and then we had the other rabbi who unfortunately named escaped me.
Fiona.
Fiona was there. So it was very nice. Okay, just 2 quick comments. One, so far it's been a real special night. We just had a bunch of young football players who followed a couple of police officers that we honored, and we're looking forward to 8 o'clock honoring the girls soccer team from Ramapo High School. So this is some of the nice things that we're blessed to be able to do as members of the Township Committee, recognizing other people within our community that makes our community so special. Just a plug, reminder, we have electronic light outside. This Friday night is a tree lighting, 7:15 here in Town Hall. All the festivities are sponsored by our Chamber of Commerce. We get a special treat Friday night, but you have to come to see what the special treat is. And just a reminder, shop local, support our chamber. They do a lot of good things for our town and keep us vibrant. So,
Yeah, the fire department will be taking part in that event too. I think Santa Claus will be riding on the truck.
right, Santa will be here. Santa will be making several stops. You can check on our website, and there's flyers and everything around. Anything else, Bob, do we have?
Yes,
You wanna add, or you
Mr.
wanna
Mayor, I have
comment
about
on-
5 pages of notes,
In
but
the
in the
4
interest
minutes
of
that you have
time,
left?
in the interest of time, what I'll do is I'll just enter my report in the record.
We'll
incorporate it by reference. As they said, fourth year at life.
Can we do this every week?
Oh, wait, hey, Bob,
Yes, we can.
This is life-changing, this moment right here.
Yes, we can.
We gotta get more teams to win championships.
it took me 11 months to figure this out, Bob, and I found it out. Okay, with that, can I have a motion to adjourn our work session?
Motion to
meeting?
adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And we got a couple of minutes before we open up our 8 o'clock meeting. Feel free to mingle and jingle.
Question for
Tom, I have to move the consent agenda on the paper agenda to the end of the ordinances. That's all I want to say.
Yeah.
You're doing it, I'm doing it.
I'm doing it.
Do we have?
the ribbon cutting tomorrow. Are you
Yeah,
going?
yeah, it's 2 o'clock. What's with my Tim? Tim, don't forget we got the ribbon cutting tomorrow, too. 2 o'clock.
The financial
Financial
advisor? Are you going to be in
Let's
town?
grab over here at the Fino's building.
I'm going to be in Long Island.
But the last time, we want to make sure you made the ribbon cutting.
Yeah, but I have a deposition, 2 of them, in Mineola.
You able to go?
I may not either. I may have to be at work.
Take the photos.
You could just, I mean, I'll make it if I need to.
No, you don't need to.
I don't think it's necessary.
No, it isn't. If you can make it. I mean,
Thank you.
I'm just gonna drop by like a change.
Are we good?
Bob, do you have a phone charger? Do you have a phone charger? Do you mind grabbing it? Thank you so much. One. Oh, where'd you go?
Thank you very much.
How are you? Good. Thank you. Have a nice Thanksgiving. Yeah, we had you know what? We had 2 football teams here. All the little kids. It's never been so loud in this room before, but it's wonderful. And I think they're back by the firehouse. All right, thanks, Tom.
You guys see Tim?
Out of curiosity, when we finish up, start interviews earlier?
I don't see why not. Well,
We've been doing every month to get credit.
they're both doing it.
Okay, good.
So I'll say what you started.
Who's Tim? How come Brian? No choice. I could have beat these first and these kids second. He would have made it. I would
I almost walked right in.
And Bev McKay was glad it got swapped, because she had it at 7 o'clock, her and Julie, so they had to swap it.
I don't jump that high, unfortunately. Not anymore, anyway.
Okay, I'd like to call the regular meeting of the Township Committee. I'd like to call it to order. I'm going to ask you to stand for the flag salute, and then remain standing for an invocation by Reverend Andy Casban. But I'd like to ask for the flag salute, Stephanie Colagrivoff and Maddie Kellogg. Can you please come up to the mic and lead us in the flag salute? Thank you, ladies, for volunteering to do this.
All right, the microphone's right there. All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing, Reverend Andy Casban.
Let's pray. Almighty God, you've given us this good land as our heritage. Make us always remember your generosity and constantly do your will. Bless our land with honest industry, with sound learning and an honorable way of life. Save us from violence, discord, and confusion, from pride and arrogance, and from every evil way. Make us who come from many nations with many different languages a united people. Defend our liberties, and give those whom you've entrusted with the authority of government a spirit of wisdom, that there may be justice and peace in our land. When times are prosperous, let our hearts be thankful, and in troubled times, do not let our trust in you fail. We ask all this in the name of our Lord. Amen.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, please be seated. Joyce, can you read the Open Public Meetings Act statement, please?
Certainly. This regular meeting of the Township Committee of the Township of Wykoff is now in session. In accordance with Section 8 of the Open Public Meeting Act, I wish to advise that notice of this meeting has been posted on the bulletin board in Memorial Town Hall. Copy has been filed with the Township Clerk. Copies were sent to the Ridgewood News, Record, and North Jersey Herald and News, all newspapers with general circulation throughout the Township of Wykoff. At least 48 hours prior to the meeting, the agenda was posted, filed, and mailed to the papers. And I note those present, Mayor.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I have a motion for a public comment period? This is the public comment period, 5 minutes per speaker. Public comment on any governmental issue that a member of the public feels may have a concern to the residents of the Township of Wykoff.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Okay, is anybody from the public that wishes to address the governing body, please step forward and name and address. Seeing none, can we have a motion to close to the public?
Motion to close.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we're going to proceed to the presentation of proclamations for the Rampo girls soccer team for winning the Bergen County Championship and the state sectional championship. The coaches and the team is here. I'd like to recognize our superintendent of school, Bev McKay, for attending this evening. Thank you, Bev, for all you do and for taking the time out and rearranging your schedule to come tonight. So, Bev, thank you. So I'm going to read a proclamation, and then I'm going to ask the young ladies to come forward. I'll give you your proclamation. We'll take with the coaches, we'll take a nice photo, then we'll have a couple of words from Sarah. And I have practiced your names, but I do come with a little bit of an accent, so trust me, your name is correct, it just may come out a little different from my mouth, so I'll do the best I can. Whereas the 2019 Rampo High School girls varsity soccer team is the 2019 New Jersey North 1 Group 3 state sectional champion by virtue of the 2-0 victory over Wayne Valley High School on November 7, 2019 at Rampo High School, after convincingly defeating Paramus High School in the sectional semifinal on November 4, 2019 by a score of 8-1. And whereas the team is also the 2019 Bergen County Girls Soccer Tournament champion by virtue of their 6-0 quarterfinal victory over Pascack Hills High School on October 13th, their 4-2 semifinal victory over Demorest High School on October 20, and their championship win over Ridgewood High School on October 25th, 2019, by a score of 3-1 at Riverdale High School. And whereas the exceptional team completed their season with an overall record of 19 wins, 2 losses, and also reached the New Jersey Group 3 championship game and completed the girls' soccer Triple Crown by being the champions of the Big North Freedom Division with their 5-1 divisional record. And whereas this outstanding team's hard work and dedication, combined with its great skill, led to it being named the #1 ranked team in northern New Jersey by the Bergen Record, the #6 ranked girls soccer team in the entire state of New Jersey Star Ledger, and the #46 ranked team in the country by Max Preps. And whereas the Rampa High School girls soccer team benefited greatly from the dedicated commitment and leadership of head coach Sarah Francini, assistant coaches Maddie Dalia, Corey Banta, Becca Cook, John Paul Francini, and Meg Vitti, and team managers Stephanie Kalagrivoff and Grace Nelson. And whereas special thanks are extended to the parents, coaches, friends, and all of the Rampo students, teachers, and administration for their outstanding commitment and support. And whereas a special group of student athletes, Madeline Kellogg, Emily Chico, Mary Cochran, Mia Fulco, Lily Johnson, Caitlin Edwards, Kelly Heffernan, Drew Horahan, Ella O'Neill, Sarah Pecorelli, Haley Schmidt, Mia Suchero, Sophie, I guess I got that one wrong, did I? Well, help me. Mia? Sakura. Sophie Venieri, Dom Bianchini, Kaylee, how about that one? That was a tough one. Kaylee Cook, Nikki Chico, Lauren Chin, Mary Claire Langen, Erica Madley, and Ava Vignon achieved these extraordinary awards and honors by virtue of their commitment to unselfish team play, tireless work ethic, outstanding soccer skills, and their overall commitment to the game of soccer. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the Township Committee of the Township of Wykoff, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, that the Rampo High School girls varsity soccer team, Coach Sarah Francini and her staff are hereby extending congratulations on behalf of our entire community for their significant success they have achieved, and our thanks for serving as positive role models for the young athletes of our community and for illustrating the rewards which can be achieved through commitment and diligence in pursuing excellence. Give them a round of applause. Okay, ladies, I'm going to ask you to come on up. I'm going to hand you out some proclamations. I'm going to take some photos. I'm going to hear some remarks from your coach.
Exactly.
Do you practice that drill? One on the left, some on the right. Okay, can we punch a little bit so we can take a nice photo? We're gonna squeeze here. You can, I'll tell you. Great team. I'm gonna get the gun in the body in there. I'm gonna stand next to the lady. Were you okay back there? Hope you guys see Rudy.
You should get better in one of these pictures, too.
Okay, Bev, come on up. We're gonna put you right here. And you're right here. Sarah, you want to say something to the mic? It's right behind you. This is recording, if you need to use the mic. Ladies, sit down a minute. Let's get here.
I'll just start by saying congratulations to these girls. They're the ones who, come every day and bring their all and make it a positive, fun environment that I think each and every one of them want to show up and do their best and prove that they can get better and better each day. And it's not without that hard work and those sparkling personalities that they bring every single day. That it's because of that we get as far as we do in these tournaments every year. So thanks to them and all their hard work that they put in each and every day.
Can you say something? Absolutely.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I would also like to just congratulate the girls, certainly, and their coach, Sarah. While she was very humble in saying it's all the girls, she's such an outstanding leader and role model for these girls, and they in turn are great role models for the younger girls in our community. We all see the little girls. You might not think it, but they're out there. They just can't wait to be a Rampo soccer player. So thank you, girls, for everything you've done to the Township Committee. You're not there, but to the Township Committee, thank you so much for your ongoing support. It's such a great partnership. It's really, while we're the schools educating the kids, the partnership that we share with the Wyckoff Township Committee, I think, is great, and it's events like this, and to have the girls honored here, it's really an honor to all of us. So thank you so much for all you've done for us. Right up there.
Here's the celebratory whistle from the tree. Sorry. Can't go backwards. So I'm sorry. I'd love to listen.
It's okay.
Oh, come here, Keith. I'm listening.
I can make them?
No?
Okay, that's all right, then I'll do it next meeting.
Thought you wanted to say something nice about the soccer team. I was going to allow that. Is it about the soccer team?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say thank you, girls, for all of your hard work. I have an 8-year-old daughter, and you guys, as Bev said, you guys are really role models for them. And so thank you, and continue being role models for the girls in our community. And just thank you for making the Rampo community and the Wyckoff community a better place. So thank you.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to continue our meeting, and unless you really like listening about ordinances and motions and commotions, you're welcome to leave. If you'd like to leave at this time, we're not insulted. If you want to stay and listen to the motions and all that, you can stay. Thank you, anyway. Drive safely.
Great job.
No, I didn't know you. No.
I don't know.
I think I'm still going on. No, I didn't know.
It's so long, right? It's a little messy, but you got it. Okay. Wyckoff clerk at Wyckoff. Sure. You're welcome, thank you.
Sounds like the juniors are out of that room. Told them 8:30, they gotta be in.
Okay, next on our agenda is approval. Can I have a motion for approval of November 18, 2019 Township Committee Work Session Regular Business Meeting Minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Boonstra?
Yes.
Mrs. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Stanley?
Yes.
Mayor Madigan?
Yes. Joyce, can you do the consent agenda, please?
Sure. All matters listed below are considered by the Township Committee to be routine in nature. There'll be no separate discussion of these items. If any discussion is desired by the Township Committee, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. Resolutions, adoption of the following. 19-327, accept police chief report and authorize towing licenses. 328, refund performance bond for 733 Highview Drive and 736 Thomas Place. 329, award contract for shade tree work, and 330, refund landscape bond for 550 Taunton Road. Motions. Proclamation thanking Brian D. Scanlon for his service as mayor and township committee member. 2 ordinances for introduction this evening. Number 1899, an ordinance to provide for and determine the rates of compensation for employees of the Public Works Department of the Township of Wyckoff and the method of payment for such compensation for the year 2020. And 1900, an ordinance to provide for and determine the rate of compensation for each officer of the Police Department of the Township of Wyckoff and the method of payment of such compensation for the year 2020. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion before we vote, Joyce?
Go ahead.
I'd just like to make a comment about the proclamation thanking Brian Scanlon. Brian Scanlon and I sat on this dais for 11 years, and it's no secret that we didn't see eye to eye all the time. But I must say that when it came to the business of the township, I always found Brian to be cooperative and eager to do what was best and try to work for the betterment of the township. I just want to get that on the record. And I will support the motion.
Okay, I'll take a roll call. Mr. Boonstra?
Yes.
Mrs. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Stanley?
Yes.
Mayor Madigan?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So, running a little ahead of schedule, but that's fine. Just want to, comment that this is the time on our agenda when the Township Committee will conduct interview discussions with 2 of the 3 nominees for the Township Committee. We're going to interview them, all 4 of us will interview them separately. It is public, it is in the Ladderback West Wing. Public's invited. We're going to shift to the West Wing Conference Room. We're going to have a slight recess while we go over there. We'll meet in the room for a couple of reasons. There's a large conference table, the Township Committee and the nominee can gather around for an informal and productive interview. The use of this room allows the Township Committee to use the same approach and therefore address each nominee equally and in the same room. The 3rd nominee could not attend tonight's meeting, and due to statutory requirements, the interview must be conducted tomorrow when she arrives back in Wyckoff. The West Wing Conference Room is the only room available tomorrow night due to a pre-scheduled court date. Again, the public would be invited tomorrow evening at 7:30 p.m. So with that, we're going to have a short recess. And then
I think we'll convene maybe 8:30, which is 15 minutes.
Yeah, why don't we say 8:30?
Advertised time.
Yep, that sounds
8:22, I
good.
believe,
Let me
8:30.
just make sure the juniors are out of the ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Because I told them 8:30. We are ahead of schedule.
Is it?